Alright guys, because of our success on the front of the stack there, the oiling of the Teak there, so I decided to actually do the same on this Teak here around the jacuzzi. It's quite old already. This thing is probably 8 years old. I'm gonna give it a try with different oil. I'm gonna use Teak 1 there, and I'm gonna see how long the oil will last. Alright guys, you might be wondering if our season have already ended. No, not quite. As you can see, we've been here for almost I think we've been here a month and a half now. We've been on this dock since we come back from our trip on Amalfi Coast, so we've been here for a while. So that's why I'll be able to pick all this small little project that I wanted to do. I don't want to open a big project that I cannot finish if suddenly we decided for a trip or so around here in the Balearics. It always happens. So, but at the moment we're still on standby. So, and the place is getting busy because all the big boats are coming back. It's September already, first week, so some of them boats are already finished with their season, so they're all filling up the Club de Mar. Yeah man, we're setting up our awning for today. Yesterday we managed to bring this thing down just before the big storm. There's a storm forecast for today, so we don't know what time exactly, but it's coming. It's coming sometime this afternoon. So alright guys, our awning is up for today, and we'll keep an eye on our weather because there's some nasty weather again coming this afternoon, same as yesterday. That was bad, man. And the weather here in the Mediterranean is actually it's very bad. This is the first time here on my 9 years here. It's since we come back from our trip in the Amalfi Coast. Luckily we were on the dock because we had some really serious weather a few weeks ago. That was about the same time when that big sailboat sank in the coast of Sicily. So the weather has been funny. I guess it's the climate change or something, you know. But yeah, it's very uneasy weather because of been happening to the yachting community, you know. I'm sure you guys all know what happened. So yeah, all right. So if you can see, I actually took off all the water fittings. As you can see, all the holes, because this area here was so high up, because over the years we actually sanded the surrounding Teak. So this area here is so high up. So as I sanded, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it. It's you see, we lost all the we sanded off all the lines of the Sikaflex. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reroute all these shallow ones. The project is actually getting bigger than it was planned, because as we sand the Teak down, it shows all the shallow area now. If you can see, this is it right here. So I need to reroute all this from the point here all the way down here. So we're gonna there's a lot of rerouting, especially that side is it's very shallow, but there's nothing to worry because I want to show you our new piece of gear that I just purchased last week. So this is the machine that I'm gonna use. It's a router and it's a battery power. So at the same time, this one used the same battery as well. It's a Makita. I've already used this already, so it's nice because you don't have to put too much pressure on your wrist because it's been a long time since I've been using just the manual one, but this one it's power, so you just have to press the switch right here, the trigger, and then it will push the Sika out. I've used it already on the border here. As you can see, this is all new. And then nice piece of gear. I bought this in Mercanutic just outside Club de Mar. And if you ever need something, there's a big marine shop there outside of the gate of Club de Mar. And shout out to Dexter, the man. Say hello to him because he's the one that I've been dealing with. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Dexter. New piece of toys, man. Drill, router, Sika gun. So we're gonna put this to use now. This is the newly routed group, as you can see. Lay it down, guys. The trick on this, just don't trap. Make sure you don't trap air because that one will make some kind of bubble, you know. Especially when it gets hit up by the sun. So lay it down. Actually, I just discovered some really shallow spots right here. So as you can see, I just grout this area here. The shallow area was here, so I as well did from point to point. So you can see from here all the way to here. But all of this caulking, it's very shallow now. I can actually see there's about like what 3 millimeter or less. Sika, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna stop from here because it's gonna take so long to reroute all this. So I just rerouted quite a lot, but I'm just gonna stop from here because otherwise it would never end. It would be nice to reroute the whole thing, but I'm not gonna do it because it's not so bad. Plus it's gonna take another couple of years before the rest of the caulking will show. But I'm going to oil this anyway, so it won't get weathered as quick. Alright guys, I just take the tape off and then I'm about to cut the Sikaplex, which is a lot higher than the level of the deck. But if you do something like this yourself, be very careful let the Sikaflex actually cured for a few days, at least 3-4 days, because you don't want to cut it while underneath this Sika is still curing. And what's going to happen is it's gonna sag down, and then you're gonna have a problem. You're gonna have a problem with your Sika. It's actually lower than the actual level of the deck. So let it cure, let it settle down, and then you can take the tape off, and then you can cut the protruding Sikaflex, which is what I'm doing now. You see this? So this has been curing for the last 5 days over the weekend, guys. So yeah, so if you do something like this yourself, let it cure, don't cut it too early, otherwise what happen, the Sika will sag down, and then you're gonna have a lower level Sika. Alright guys, I just sanded the last batch of Sika that I left curing for the last few days. So after the sanding, I'm gonna put a coat of oil sometime this afternoon. What I'm going to show you here now, what product I'm going to use. So this is the product that I use on my first project. This one here, it's Teak oil from the brand Sika, same company that make the Sikaflex that I use a lot. And then what I'm gonna use around the jacuzzi is this particular product. A lot of people I talk to use this particular brand. It's a Teak Wonder dressing and sealer. So I'm gonna use this around the jacuzzi. Alright, so I'm gonna put the first coat now on this one, and then I'm gonna let it soak overnight because it's almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I'm gonna do the second coat tomorrow, which is good. So let the first one soak in, and then yeah. Alright, so let's get going. Recommended to use a brush, but I guess you could use a rag, but like what I did on my first project. But anyway, I think using a rag is a lot quicker. Actually, these two product is not, they're completely different product, because the Sika Teak oil, it actually says it's oil, so it has the consistency of oil, but this one, it's very runny. It's like water, man. So, and it doesn't have the consistency of oil. Is that the word? Consistency. This is more like has the consistency of water. This one. So I guess this is not oil based or something, or I don't know. I haven't read the whole label of this thing, man. I should have done it. Alright, let's have a look. This is what it looks like with the first coat. I like it. It's very fresh looking, but we'll see once it gets the second coat tomorrow. So yeah, it got the same look when I did the first coat on this. This is a lot darker look because it got 3 coats. So this one is the first sealing coat. So tomorrow I'll put the final coat, and we'll see what it looks like. Alright. Alright, good morning. I just applied the the recommended second coat. Just finished. So it looks really nice, man. I think I like it. I like the product. And then I'll see later on in the afternoon how this thing looks. I might put the third coat, but I'm sure it's not gonna hurt. But it says in the tin 2 coats. I'll put 1 more coat. We'll see. We'll see. I'll see later on in the afternoon.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, I decided to apply a third coat on this one here, on the thick one there, and because this area here, it's has a third coat as well. So, but this one, it's already a week old since the last time we applied the third coat, and then this one is just finished today. I like already. I know what I like now. I tend to like the thick one there by the look of it, but we will see, because I'm gonna compare these two in 8 weeks time. I'm gonna see what they look like in 8 weeks time. So I'm gonna compare, and then I'll decide which one is the best to actually go forward and maybe do the whole sun deck. So anyway, I hope this video have sparked your curiosity of actually tackling your own little DIY on your boat. And then if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and then I'll see you again on my next video. Bye for now, guys. Thanks for watching as always.